All right, welcome back to Boring Reviews. Nick here.
Gabe, the Night Watchman.
And we are reacting to some more. Another song from The Smiths. Which one are we checking out?
We are checking out What Difference Does It Make?
Exactly.
Now, I don't know the song, but I know that I think we've all said this at some point. What difference does it make?
A million times.
You're
fighting about stupid stuff. You're grasping a straw. What difference does it
make? So, I'm interested to see, what scenario they put in the video, what context they do. Yes. So why? But I think we've all at some point. What difference does it make? You know what I mean? So, because it could be that no matter what I do, here's a good example. I'm a Knicks fan. No matter what the Knicks do, they're not gonna win. So what difference does it make? It is what it is. That's just.
They got your hopes up this last playoffs, didn't they?
And then what happened? Exactly. Stupid.
Did they get to the
Halliburton, Tyler, whatever his name is?
They got to the Eastern Conference Finals, right?
Yeah, and then we lost to the Pacers. I hate gosh.
Dude, the Pacers. Imagine being a Pacers fan. They're the same thing. They haven't won one ever or in a long time, and they were so close. Game 7. But OKC,
I will not drop a tear for those. Ooh, choking. I hate the whole thing too. Like, Halliburton, sit down. You're not even. Oh, I'm sorry.
You hate the Pacers ever since Reggie Miller, for crying out loud.
Bro, Reggie Miller, still to this day, don't let me see him in the street. He's getting old.
Shut up. You're so stupid.
You know what I'm saying?
You're so dumb. We're going to go ahead and check this out. I, too, am excited to hear what he has to say because he always throws his wit in there in the lyrics, and it's always really comical and enjoyable. If you like our reaction way, please don't forget to
like and subscribe. Be honest. There's got to be one athlete that broke your heart as a kid, as a fan of a team, that if you saw him, if you saw him today, you're like, bro, because these guys are all now 20, 30 years older than us, and you'd be like, I could take him.
But he seems like a really good guy. But Tino Martinez, absolutely.
No such thing as a really good guy.
Padres, 3-run lead. Game 1, the World Series against the Yankees at Yankee Stadium. Tony Gwynn hits a home run for crying out loud.
Oh, my.
5th inning, Mark Langston throws a pitch right in the middle. I think he just kind of placed it there for him.
Right in the middle.
Tino Martinez grand slam. The Yankees never looked back.
Oh, my.
That was game 1. All right. Thanks for bringing that up. Here we go. That's why I hated the Yankees for so long. Always in the clubs.
I was getting it coming.
And yet you start to recoil. Heavy words are so lightly thrown, but still I leap in front of a flying bullet for you. So what difference does it make? So what difference does it make? It makes none, but now you have gone, and you must be looking very old tonight. The devil will find work for idle hands to do.
The flowers in his back pocket.
I stole and I lied, and why? Because you asked me to. But now you make me feel so ashamed because I've only got 2 hands. Well, I'm still fond of you. So what difference does it make? What difference does it make? It makes none, but now you have gone, and your prejudice won't keep you warm tonight. Oh, the devil will find work for idle hands to do. I stole and then I lied just because you asked me to. But now you know the truth about me, you won't see me anymore. Well, I'm still fond of you. But no more apologies. No more apologies. I'm too tired. I'm so sick and tired, and I'm feeling very sick and ill today. But I'm still fond of you.
Alrighty then. Now, I want to get your opinion on this.
Okay.
First and foremost, how do you decide this specific song? Was it a request? You know, you go, oh, you know what? I wanted to look through we'll do some Smiths. Oh, here comes a song. Like, how do you decide this specific song?
Honestly, it's a little embarrassing because it's lazy, but I go to most popular songs from their Rolodex, and this was the next one.
So a lot of people obviously didn't like this song.
Yes.
I feel like this is a filler song.
I agree.
Okay, and people that say no, they don't. Yes, there's artists that'll say, oh yeah, you know, they've got like an album together and there's like 6, 7, 8 songs, but the studio wants 2 more songs because, you know, the album has to be so many minutes, and it's just like something you threw away. Not that it was a bad song. He's got an amazing voice.
Yep.
As usual, but it's more like just a filler song. It's not memorable. It's something you're gonna forget. Definitely not something that when they were writing it, it was like, oh, this is gonna be a hit. You know what I mean? So that's why I was asking. But apparently, a lot of people liked it if it was next up, like you said.
It's like their 7th most popular one.
That's wild to me. But I feel like it's a filler song. Like, okay, I mean, I can give you in almost every single album I can think of. There's very few albums that you can listen to. At least me personally, from beginning to end, and not have to skip through a song.
It's gonna be at least 3 or 4 filler songs.
You know what I mean? And that's just, you know, it's got to be so many songs, so many tracks, so many minutes. Whatever. But that to me just feels like a filler song. And again, I think his voice carries it. But even like the melody, the tune, it wasn't, you know, the instrumentals, and the thing was impressive outside of just his voice. Another thing is, I wanted to ask, do you know if they were like a live band? So what I mean by that is, in rap, you got really 2 genres, right? You got your mainstream rappers, and then you got your underground rappers. And your underground rappers are guys that make their bones by, you know, rapping in, you know, smaller areas, battle rapping. Believe it or not, this is how Eminem came up in the mixtape circuit, right? Where, you know, you're not just gonna, be so talented that, you know, some A&R is gonna go ahead and sign you. You came up through the years, you know, on people's mixtapes, and, you know, there's a guy, a super famous DJ called DJ Clue. You wanted to get on the Clue tape because everyone knows who DJ Clue was, and people would buy those tapes, so people were going to listen to you. So I've heard tales of people paying to be on Clue tapes. You know what I mean? Like, sure. You're a new artist or whatever. Here's my song. You know, paying to be on Clue tapes or whatnot. But even like that is more like, okay, you're not going to hear about a DJ Clue on big mainstream radio. You're not going to hear that. That's more underground, street stuff or whatever. And you would be able to see them on a club. Because pretty much every one of their videos other than one, it's like it's shot live. So like it seems like they performed live a lot as opposed to like, you know, big studio bands that, you know, got these big budget for these videos. And it's like, okay, it's like it can't be a coincidence that it's got to be like the 4th video we watch, and at least 3 of them, they're all like with a live audience, and that's how they record their videos.
Yeah, a small little venue, small little club audience. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with almost everything you said. The only thing I'm going to push back on would be, yes, filler song. And you didn't say throwaway song, but it's not that. No, but I don't know if it's one that I would skip every time if I had the CD running or the tape running and I'm doing stuff or whatever. I'm not going to go run and say, nope, cancel that crap again.
No, that's
but definitely not one of the songs that you buy the CD for or buy the tape for to listen to. I completely agree. The energy, and I think it's just a video.
Right.
The energy of the drummer was like so, and maybe that's his thing, but it's so robotic. And it got me thinking like, and the guitarist was having some fun, but it's such a unique, quirky band almost.
Right.
Because you have this guy, and it's not his legs, but his arms flailing about as if independent from his body, right? He's just doing his own thing.
10 points if you guys know where that quote's from.
He's got the falsetto, like there's nobody's business. But you look at the bandmates, and I'm not trying to be rude, they look like regular, almost nerdy type guys, right? Just
for sure.
In this band, making this music that still survived the test of time. We loved the last song we reacted to. That's probably why this one's a little more of a letdown.
Right.
Didn't hate it. But I completely agree, and I think this is the first one that I felt like it was obviously a video because he had no microphone he was singing into.
Right.
The other ones were probably videos too, but this one, I think they just liked that style. I don't want to say they got lazy, but maybe they just said, no, let's just do the club venue again for our video. I don't know. Probably cheaper.
Oh, I'm sure it's cheaper. You don't got to worry as much about getting people to do the graphics and then kind of editing as far as the CGI, not CGI, but special effects. I'm sure it's got to be cheaper.
And when you pay for that video, you don't get any of that money back.
No, you're out of
it gets
pocket.
played on TV or whatever.
It's out of pocket, and this is how you push your product. And a lot of them take advances so that they can, go ahead and push it. Or very seldomly is the record company going to pay for the video.
Well, I think the record companies, a lot of times they do because they have those contracts, like TLC's first contract, where TLC's making I don't know the exact numbers, like 5 cents a record. And the studio gets everything else.
Oh, my gosh.
So, and then, no, I'm wrong. They upfront the money, like you're saying,
Yeah.
and they take it out of TL. That's what it was. They were making $1 million videos in the 90s. They were getting paid pennies on the dollar.
Right.
But then they were still saying, oh, we upfronted $1 million, so that's coming out of your first $1 million you made. So you'll make money in about 6 months when you have a top record.
Out of control. Yeah, Prince talked about it. I remember watching this interview. I think it was like late night. I don't know if it was like Jimmy Kimmel, or I think it was way before Jimmy Kimmel. So it might have been like, who was one of the...
Arsenio Hall?
I don't know who it is. But he's, for whatever reason, it pops up on my YouTube feed, probably because I still listen to Prince from time to time. And he talks about how, the artists don't really make any money. He's like, there's only about 10 artists that makes his money. And Prince was one of the first guys that, owned his masters. And, that's why he changed his name from Prince to the artist formerly known as Prince. So that,
royalties from other people.
I know that Taylor Swift did something similar where she re-recorded all her stuff because I guess they wouldn't sell her masters or whatever. And they were getting paid more off of it more than she was, so she re-recorded stuff.
These people are snakes.
Oh man, I'm telling you, these music companies just brutal. But it is what it is, man. With that being said, any final thoughts on this?
Well, just about that thing, I watched this thing, a Howard Stern interview with the Foo Fighters, and the guy, Dave Grohl, the lead guy of Foo Fighters, he was in Nirvana. He was a drummer.
Right.
And so the Howard Stern was trying to ask his guitarist or whatever, or the drummer or whatever, how much money are you making? How much is this guy making? Kind of trying to this or that. And Dave Grohl put a stop to it. He's like, listen, it's not about the money in our band. He's like, I'm sure it's about the money of that guy. But he said, we don't worry. And I thought that was, okay, you keep on the money. He's like, we don't worry about the money. He's like, but all of our music since day one, we own. He's like, I took that money from Nirvana. I built myself a studio. We recorded everything in my studio. No one controls our music but me.
Wow.
I thought that was really cool.
That's smart. Obviously, he learned his lesson with Nirvana because I'm sure...
Genius.
There was that whole Courtney Love thing where she sued because...
She wrote all the songs.
Yeah, are you kidding me?
Okay. Where's your next great album at? Courtney Love or whatever her name was.
You can't make it up.
If you like our reaction, don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time.
We know all things.